Hello everyone, welcome back. We're Nick and Sarah, a British couple who left the UK many years ago in search of something different. We have a passion for filmmaking and travel, and with our two little dogs, we're going to take on the world, starting from tomorrow. We're currently down in Andalusia attempting to build a van in just 50 days. Join us today in week 3, where we attempt the electrics, we're stuffing holes, and we hope to get some furniture in. And we also introduce you to a very unique character. We're a little bit sick, I don't know whether it's sawdust inhalation or fumes from the stain inhalation, I don't know, but the last 2 days we've just felt a bit dazed. We haven't
just
been
the emotional stress, the emotional physical drain and stress in the build.
We haven't been wearing proper full-on masks the whole time whilst we've been cutting the wood and stuff. We've had safety goggles on and we've been doing all of it outside, but still obviously you can breathe it in, and I think it's just affected us a little bit. But anyway, we're not complaining too much. We're just saying that we do have headaches and just
dizzy spells and confusion. No, only joking.
We haven't gone that far, but we just do feel a little bit out of it.
It's not just an excuse because we haven't made much progress, because we have made a little bit of progress.
Yeah. Let's go and see if Francois is available for a little chat.
This is his little van. He's having a few electrical issues with it at the moment. So he's stranded here. He's on his way to the Canaries. A very cool guy. Look at this. Working on the van, and Francois, as I said, has been stranded here for the last couple of days, and then we just heard the piano playing out. What's going on here? What's going on?
We've never met anyone who's got a full-size piano in their van.
Lovely. He can play. He can play. Has to be said. He's just ignoring us now. I said, "Oh, can we have a quick chat?" And he's just like, "Oh, I'm just playing now, just showing off."
You're welcome.
So this is Francois. This is our new
Hello.
friend from France, obviously.
and he's broken down here in the village, haven't you? But hopefully it's fixed.
I hope so.
Hopefully it's fixed because you've got the boat over to the Canary Islands.
Yes, tomorrow. I'm not sure to get it. I have to be sure that it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small electrical problem.
Yes.
And you live in the van full time, don't you, Francois? You live here in the van full time?
No. I'm traveling with the piano half of the year.
Oh, about half the year. The winter time to escape the cold in France.
Yes, even autumn, spring.
Yeah.
And generally, I spend summer near in my home, Little Brittany.
In Little Brittany? Oh, okay, yeah, nice. So why the piano? You just always loved playing the piano, so you just bring it with you in the van?
Oh no, this is a ramp.
Okay.
I take it back from the van and I play. Generally, I put some little advertising because I love to play in a white place with a beautiful view, generally for the sunset on the sea. From the mountains, if I can find some place like that, I'm really happy.
Yeah.
And you put an advertisement around. So
yes, with photo, and I just write tonight at 6 o'clock, for example, piano concert.
Wow.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And it's good that you can actually play in the van as well. If the weather's bad, you can just play.
Yeah, in the van it's for practicing. From my bed it's very easy, I just do it.
Yeah. So you can see in the van there's not much in the van apart from the bed and the piano. It's very comfortable.
So we're just talking about the Canary Islands because this is a plan that we want to go there. Maybe do a little bit of island hopping, and Francois has been there, as he said, for the last 4 years. Definitely something we'll be doing in the future.
Yeah, and as Francois says, it's 25 degrees over there in the Canary Islands all winter.
Oh yes, generally yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes 30 in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, and it's good to park up in the van there. There's plenty of places to park up for free.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Little tips from Francois. This is good for clothes, and this
This is a shoe carrier, but it's the opposite way round. Look at that, that's a really good idea, I thought. This is nice as well. Do you have a vapour barrier? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. And how heavy is the piano?
Oh, the piano is 30 years old.
30 years old?
Yes, and I bought it in 1992.
Okay.
And it traveled since this year. Since 1992.
And
but,
how much does it weigh?
150 kilo.
150 kilos.
But it's easy on the wheels. If the soil is flat, if the floor is flat, it's very easy.
Anyway, it's been a pleasure to meet Francois, and hopefully for him, he'll get on the road and get to the Canary Islands.
Yes, we'll keep our fingers crossed that you get the boat tomorrow.
Yeah. Although we would like to be serenaded for the next month while we carry on with the van.
If not, he'll be here playing the piano for us.
But anyway, pleasure to meet you.
Yes, and anyway, I hope so. I'm quite sure one day we'll come back here to play piano. It's a very nice village.
Yeah, and, I'm sure the people in the village would love a concert. You could do it in this car park.
Yes,
that'd be very nice.
Yes, or in the square. Yes, would be nice.
And maybe we'll keep in contact. Maybe we'll see you in the Canaries when we're over there.
Oh yes,
somewhere.
With pleasure.
Yeah, on our anniversary.
So this is the daily routine. Several times a day is we're walking to and from our workshop stroke house, and there's a car coming, so we better get out of the road.
Alright, where can we slot this? Sorted. This is the workshop. Here you go, darling. Lovely coffee for you.
Thank you. Oh, exactly what I need. Good morning, folks.
How are you feeling today, love?
Better, much better, thankfully. Yesterday we got back here, we were supposed to take a big piece of furniture to the van, and I just said to Nick, I don't want to go out again. Like, I felt like crap. I had to take a couple of paracetamols and just like chill out for the rest of the afternoon. But we did do something quite productive though, didn't we? We ordered our lino, and then we also looked into all of like loads of decorative type stuff and finishing touches for the van for when it's like complete, and got some ideas of colour schemes and all that sort of thing.
We would like to thank THANKYOU, today's sponsor of the video, for helping us make those decisions. Or maybe not, because there's just too much stuff on there. If you've never heard of THANKYOU, it's an online shopping mega store where you can shop like a billionaire, buy anything you can possibly imagine at really affordable bargain prices.
Oh my gosh, we are so in love with THANKYOU. So this little hoodie that I haven't taken off since Christmas is from THANKYOU. It's so soft, it's so lovely. We're going to show you a few of the things that we got. One of my favourite things actually are these USB fairy lights. They don't use any power whatsoever. I mean, how good are they for the van? Perfect.
Got so many cool things for the van. Little collapsible draining board, collapsible bin. So good for space saving.
Dizzy has been THANKYOU too. Check out his little jumper. Honestly, this jumper is a perfect fit, and I think it was like £2 or something like that. Well, good.
Check out our geckos for the van. Nice lightweight little patterns to brighten up just a plain old cupboard or wall.
Look how bright that is. A little camping lantern. It's so cool, so lightweight. Just USB charging. Perfect for the van.
So what do you think of these funky little bohemian coasters? We're actually looking at a similar design, maybe not so crazy, for like the backsplash of the kitchen area. You can get stick-on tiles from THANKYOU, which are really cool. We also got this cushion as well. It's going to be a proper hippie van this time.
My slippers and this rug are from THANKYOU. Look how bright and colourful and cheerful this rug is. I'm not sure if we're having this one in the van, but there is so many to choose from. So THANKYOU has really good prices, but the quality is also really good. I got some leggings and they are so comfortable.
Not those ones, not those ones.
Not my work
video.
leggings. No, these ones are not see-through. They're really comfortable, they're really thick and they're really warm.
If you haven't got THANKYOU already, what are you playing at? Download the app today and new users can bag themselves one of these torches for less than £1. And this is probably the best torch I've ever owned. Not just saying that.
Yes, there is constant sales on THANKYOU. It's free shipping worldwide. So if you click the link in our description box or use our special code on THANKYOU, and then you can claim a coupon bundle. An amazing coupon bundle.
But be careful, because it's addictive.
This has just arrived in the post. It's wool.
Serious bit of wool, that.
Serious bit of wool. So this is for all of our gaps, insulation, and it even smells like sheep. It's from our neighbour's sheep that they keep in the garden. I guess that's the next job as well. Yeah. That and that.
And this is the first piece of furniture that we've adapted from what Frank and Emily created. It may look the same, but it's completely different. These two pieces of wood are new. They're 9mm rather than 12mm. We've cut those down to size. This is going to be a lid for our fridge, which is going to be exposed there, and that's going to be solid. We've got rid of the front panel, and we've used this piece of wood, which was thinner and lighter, for the base. We've used 5mm ply for the divider here. This is going to be a section for the air fryer, and then tool things, possibly a little drawer there. These doors we've just cut in half, so they're easier to access rather than one big storage container there. So basically, yeah, we're just lightening the load of all the furniture, getting rid of the wood we can, changing it for thinner wood, and just giving it a fresh look.
This is a problem when you don't have a proper workshop, and you know, you can park your van right outside that workshop. You have to always walk for at least 15 minutes, no, not that long, 5 minutes maybe down here.
And here he is. Look at this little spot.
Absolutely boiling, I tell you. It feels really cold in the house. This time of year it's always the same, but it's really warm. I think it's like 20 degrees today. I actually feel really bad for the dogs because we've left them in the house and they probably just want to sit in the sun, so I might just go home and get them in a minute. So the floor, we actually stained it again. So we stained it this colour and then we decided to do like a second stain of like transparent coating as well, treatment. So this floor is like proper protected now. It's had 2 coats, another one since it's been down, and it smells quite strong in here, doesn't it? We left the window open to kind of air it out and vent it out, but it's, yeah, it smells nice. So it smells like, you know, new.
Can I just say though, as mentioned at the start of the video, we have been quite productive and we have got on with a few more things apart from just the floor. There's so many little things always, isn't there, with a van build? Like this insulation, we proper stuck that down with a adhesive spray. We've been going over the gutters again. Sarah's got the wax oil out and sprayed all the gutters so they're properly rust treated. We put all the plugs back in.
Oh yeah, the little plugs in the gutters. Nick's actually started on the underbody as well that we haven't filmed with the wire brush, because that's another big job that's happening over the next couple of weeks. We've got some stuff on the way in the post to do it ourselves.
We did change a light bulb.
That doesn't sound like a big job, but it actually took us quite a while to figure out how to change the headlights on one of these things. You have to take off like several panels, the whole unit, several screws just to get it, but once you've done it once, it's okay. So for next time it would be fine.
That wasn't the biggest job. A big job was adapting this bulkhead so we could,
gosh.
obviously we've got to keep the bulkhead in while we're doing all the work on the van.
Because for us to be able to legally use the van, we have to keep the bulkhead in until like kind of towards the end of the build. It's a pain in the butt, but I guess for safety reasons it does make sense. We're not keeping the bulkhead, but we had to cut off the bottom of the bulkhead to be able to fit it in with the new floor down, and that took blinking ages, didn't it?
It's not easy. Cutting with the jigsaw, we kind of cut up and then bent it round, so we just taped it all up so it's safe and it's in there. It's not going to damage the floor.
We both cut ourselves, but at least that's done now. Yeah, but anyway, I guess let's start shoving some wool in our holes. We've bought these little scraps of carpet, and we've also got, is that big roll in the front?
Yeah.
We've also got a big roll of carpet that we're just going to put down on the floor, you know, until the lino comes. Yeah, we just want to protect it.
Oh, it's a shame to cover up this floor, isn't it? It looks so good, this colour, but you know.
Here they are. And just as we were saying about it, our rust treatment has arrived in the post. We're getting loads of deliveries today, but obviously this isn't happening today.
There you go, my lord.
We've kind of organised them, haven't we? See, this is why things take a while. We've just fannied around for about an hour, maybe a bit less than an hour, with the electrics, thinking we knew what we were doing, but we don't know what we're doing at all, and it seems like we don't have the right lengths of conduit. They're all like smaller lengths, and rather than taping it all together, we feel like we should just buy another big roll of conduit and do it properly and know what we're doing.
I think we need to draw a diagram or something and proper plan exactly where we want the USBs, where we want the 12 volt, within the upper storage cupboards and all
We
that.
have a rough idea what we want, and we are using our power stations, so it was going to be like a kind of basic, if you like, design, or basic amount of cables running everywhere. Come on then, jump in, jump up.
Jump! Dundee's jump! Got the sun out there, but he has to be right next
He
to
got
it.
off the hook then, the peg that was in the ground.
That means Charlie's off as well.
Right, anyway, so we're not doing the electrics now. As I said before, let's just stuff some wool in our holes.
So this stuff helps the moisture flow.
Helps moisture, so if there is any moisture, it doesn't soak it up.
Or it soaks it, contains it on the outside or something, then releases it during the day. Soaks it up at night, releases it during the day, or something like that.
So it doesn't go rotten or anything like that. We don't really know the full science or anything behind it. We just got the best sort of stuff. What do I do? Do I just scrunch it up? Just do it like that? It's going to have to be thinner. We've got no idea what we're doing at all in any aspect of this build. We're just kind of winging the whole thing, as you've probably noticed already.
Strips, I'd say.
And we only have a few weeks to do it.
Looks good to me. Not too tight,
Not too tight.
I think.
Please let us know if we're doing this completely wrong.
By then it'll be too late though, won't it?
Probably not, because today is Wednesday and this video is going out tomorrow, so if this is completely wrong, then we can just pull it back out and do it a different way. So please just let us know in the comments any advice, recommendations you have. It's always good to read the comments and just get a bit of help from them.
Should I be wearing a mask to cut sheep's wool? We thought we had a sawdust hangover possibly the other day. Can you get a sheep's wool hangover?
Not too tight.
Opted for the mask, safety girl.
I really don't think we need to watch a YouTube video for how to stuff holes. Do we? We're just stuffing them.
Really easy to work with though, isn't it? You can just rip it off and...
He says as she
Mould
gets
it.
her hand stuck in the hole.
Not sure exactly on the whole science behind the whole sheep's wool thing, how it, you know, retains water from night, retains moisture and then releases it during the day. It must have something going on, because otherwise sheep when they're out in the rain and get absolutely soaked, if the water didn't release, they would weigh so much, wouldn't they? Their coats would be really, really heavy and they wouldn't be able to walk around.
Very good point, Nicholas. So whilst Nick is just finishing off stuffing those holes, I thought I would just show you our new work area, workshop, outside workshop, if you like. We had to actually move the van from the car park we were in yesterday because they were cutting down trees or doing something so you couldn't park there for the day. But this spot, as we said before, is actually a little bit closer to the house, so it's better. But usually you can't get a place down here because it's just like a little off-road parking. And then there's this big area kind of at the back, and then obviously the village is all in that direction, and then this way is just kind of nature and trees and just kind of wild, so it's quite nice, like nice views and stuff. And obviously it's very quiet around here, so no one's going to be bothered by us, you know, making a mess. And if anyone's wondering about Francois, our friend that we met yesterday in the car park, he did get his van fixed. We presume he got his van fixed because we said goodbye to him, and then he was sorting out his little wiring issue, and then he was gone and we haven't seen him, so we presume that he got the ferry okay. We do actually have his phone number, so we might give him a call at some point, see how he's getting on.
Can I just say something? Francois is actually an inspiration to me with the whole van build, because you know, you worry about what do we need? Do we need insulation? Do you need more vapor barrier? Do you need this? How many electric points? All you need really is a grand piano in your van. That's all you need, in a bed. I mean, he's happy. He's travelling for like 6 months of the year and he's just got a piano and a bed.
He didn't even have like a kitchen or any facilities for cooking. He said that sometimes he brings like a little gas stove with him, but then he just generally, like, you know, eats from the supermarket or finds cheap places to eat out.
He did actually say something very interesting about the Canaries, a cheap way of eating.
5 or 6 euros per person. Those places are called Guachinche. Guachinche is from the ancient name of Canarians people before the Spanish conquest.
Yeah.
And
you eat with the family?
Yes, they've got the right. They are allowed to make a restaurant half of the year approximately, and this is must in the north coast of Tenerife. It's generally not on internet. You have to ask for this place. Sometimes tourists doesn't see Guachinche.
Yeah, so basically that sounds really cool. In northern Tenerife, the local families have got the right to kind of use their house as a restaurant for 6 months of the year. So you pay like 5 or 6 euros and then you go and eat with a family in their house. How cool is that? Meet the locals, have nice home cooked traditional Canarian food. Canarian, is that right? And yeah, at a cheap price.
So yeah, we've pretty much stuffed all of our holes. We've done all along the edges, we've done all along this section, same the other side, we've done above the doors. We've basically done everywhere where we're definitely not having cables. We've got a fair amount left, so once we get the cables in along the tops, we can just put a little bit more for the above the back door, and quite happy with that. All of the rest of this is like double insulated, so this I'm not sure of the name of this stuff, sorry, but this insulation, which is quite thick already, it's doubled up, so there's 2 layers on all of the rest, so we feel like that's pretty good as it is. The van was really well insulated anyways, and obviously now we've just added the sheep's wool into all the little nooks and crannies, so quite happy. I could hear a little dog out there.
Being serenaded, aren't we? We had the piano the other day.
And now we've got Dizzy singing to us.
Oh dear.
Right. We're actually really happy. There's so much of just putting things and going, right, how would that work? Doing a bit of a head scratch and then moving it and doing that. That's all you do. That's the main thing you do when you're doing a van build. Planning, thinking, talking, working it all out. But anyway, this piece of furniture looks like it's going to work out how we planned.
So how's it going into the van? How's it going to be secure?
Right, it's good. That's obviously the biggest thing, isn't it? Making sure that the furniture in the van is secure, because it's a moving van, and you know, for when you break and everything like that. So it's worked out really good. The holes of these big screws here and here match up, and there's a big rivet hole. We're just going to swap them out with bigger bolts that go all the way through. Then there's also one bang in the middle of this big chunky piece of wood, so we just need to drill a hole in the wood and again bolt it to the van that way. We're also going to bolt it to the van through the battens in the floor, so it's going to be totally secure. This will have our hinges on it for our lid. It didn't work out having them on the aluminium frame. We needed a piece of wood flush like that. We tried it in the house, it was great. And this works out perfectly along here, because that can be attached to the van at the far end here. Just got the right amount of space, and then it's going to continue down.
Oh, it's going to be attached there, and then here we're going to put maybe a piece of wood there, glue it, or a bracket or something, so that will slot in that gap.
So this is acting as a frame for the next piece of furniture, if you like, all secure, and
then our ply wall will slot down just behind that wood, which will keep it secure. That'll be attached, forced against there, attached here, and then perfectly in line with this batten we've already done.
Yeah, so we're going to have the ply wall, and it's all going to be between that batten and this batten on the inside. I hope that made sense. It does make sense to us, and we're quite excited because it all kind of worked out how we kind of had it in mind, doing it this different way, if you like, and adding the framework afterwards.
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
But you can picture now, this is the surface for this area, and then this is the space we're going to have.
Yeah.
Before you get to the overhead storage.
Yeah.
The overhead storage is going to be here.
The batten for the overhead storage to be secured to is going to run here. So then the bottom piece of wood is going to run here, and your wall is going to go up to there. Overhead storage coming out like this. All going to work out, we think.
Visualising it?
I'm proper visualising now. It's really good to have this piece of furniture. So good, actually. I think we should go and get the frame that we've prepared yesterday and put it the other side, the other piece. Definitely, let's do that. Pretty much got a ready-made camper van here, haven't we? This is going to house the kitchen sink, water tank underneath, and yeah, very similar to how it was before. Actually.
And the frames are the same.
And the frames are the same. We might adopt it though, we might adapt this. I'm thinking we might adapt this. That one we're settled on, definitely, 100%, that's working. But this one, yeah. And we've just brought the shower tray down here as well. We think we are keeping the shower tray. We're not going for the full-size bathroom, are we? We're going for like a bathroom that is so high and then flips up all the way to the top when you want to have a shower. So for that reason, I don't know if we need it this big. But then again, obviously we've got these things, and it seems like a waste not to try and use them and try and make them work.
Got the walls and everything, haven't we?
I know, so we probably will try and make it work. We'll just have to have a little think about it. You guys are probably thinking we're absolutely mad getting furniture and things like this in here now, and we haven't got our electrics threaded. Oh, and another thing that we need to address, we had so many messages since the last video about windows, people saying, what are you doing, why haven't you put your windows in? Okay, we are having windows. The reason we haven't put them in yet is the same reason pretty much as the bulkhead has to stay till the end. When you're building a van here in Spain, you're not really supposed to use it, and when you start doing things like cutting holes in the sides of the van, so we're leaving the windows until later on in the build, but it's not a problem because the window is going one in that back door and one in the side door. And obviously we haven't done anything to them yet. We're going to leave those two areas until afterwards. So we can do all of this. It's not a problem.
I think we should keep the shower tray because then we can both have one.
Yeah,
together.
that is the thing. If we want to have a shower together in the van, we do need one this size.
We're always showering together, always.
Anyway.
On that note, before we break the shower tray.
And then we have to get a new one.
Sunlight is fading and it's all of a sudden got a little bit chilly.
It has got a little bit chilly. Thanks for sticking by us. Progress is happening. We are excited. We are feeling confident that we are going to hit our deadline, our 50-day deadline. But we are still aiming for mid-February. You know, only a couple of vlogs away.
The end of the week. This is Wednesday, so we've got the rest of the week until Sunday. That's only week 3. That's not even halfway through. Away. And look how much progress.
No, we're feeling confident that we're going to hit, you know, do the 50-day towards the end of February, getting it done. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on our other socials for little daily updates of what we're getting up to.
Make sure you subscribe though. Make sure you subscribe. Go onto a laptop or your phone and subscribe. It's free, it's easy, you can hit the notification bell and all that.
It really helps us out, guys. So thank you so much, and we'll see you all next Thursday with loads of progress.
Yes. Take care, guys. See you next week. Look, that's not Vinny in the background, by the way.
That is not Vinny in the background. But that is a van that's broken down.
Very nice, very nice.